I'm Jemima. It's the 21st of February 2019 and this is day 7 of the GHV Airfield Savers. Enjoy. Get a little round.
Hi Julian, what are we doing today?
Right, Sally, today, sounds a bit like Blue Peter, doesn't it? Today, we're going to be doing something that's slightly different, but it is going to be covered in GHV's STEM or STEAM curriculum, and it's one thing that really helps develop lots of different skills, and also it has been proved to be...
Keep talking.
Can't see me now. It has proved to be very useful for stress relaxation, and even groups of Her Majesty's Armed Forces with people who have been stressed out.
Experience things that they don't ever want to experience
That's
again.
right, and they've discovered that making plastic scale models actually really helps them relax. And I discovered that about a decade or so ago when I came back to making plastic scale models.
If any of you are scale modelers, do let us know,
Yes.
because Julian is a master, and
Yeah,
I certainly remember doing loads of scale models of aircraft and cars and the like with my brother when I was a kid. So yeah, if it's still there, I mean they're still selling kits, so it's not exactly a popular art, but it still exists, and yeah, it's very therapeutic.
It's actually very popular art. There's a massive yearly show at Telford run by the International Plastic Model Society for UK, which has thousands of people attended over a long weekend.
I sit to collect it.
And there are hundreds of thousands of different types of plastic models out there, not just Airfix.
No, and not just airplanes.
Not just airplanes. In fact, just to prove the point, this is what we're doing today.
Yes.
And this actually helps integrate again GHV plane savers with the East Anglian Air Ambulance, because a decade or so ago, Hannants, one of the world's largest model distributors, which is actually based in Norfolk,
Hurrah for Norfolk.
did a special deal with East Anglian Air Ambulance and Revel, the American model maker, which also has an operation in Germany, to produce a model of one of their helicopters, East Anglian Ambulance helicopters, with special additions and decals, that's the stickers you put on the outside of the finished model, to replicate both of the air ambulances. And I bought 2 of those, and what we thought might be fun to do is to build 2, perhaps over a time lapse.
Yep.
And so I'm going to teach Sally how to do one as well.
Hurrah!
Yeah. And then if we do a decent enough job of it, we'll auction them off online through GHV for the air ambulance.
Raise more funds.
Raise more funds, round about the same time that Sally does the mud run.
So as you can see, Julian has 2 full kits.
Yes.
This is mine.
Yeah, that's yours.
Okay, but now he's going to talk us through.
Yeah. I'll just talk everyone through how you get started with a model kit. First of all, you probably don't need as much as I've got here. I've got a lot of stuff on the bench here. Well, not professional, I haven't sold anything yet, but if anyone wants to buy one, I'm open to offers.
Okay.
First of all, I've got lots of different paints there. Most of the paints these days are acrylic paints, which means it's quite safe to have them in the house, and they don't make anything like the smell of the old enamel paints made.
Shame. Do you remember the fumes? Whew. Actually, not shame. It's a good job.
It is a good job. If you use enamel paints, they are probably slightly better in some ways than the acrylic paints. Acrylic paints dry pretty quickly, so you've got to be quick off the mark with them.
Right.
But they do, enamel paints make so much fumes, you've got to be in somewhere that's really well ventilated. I model in my kitchen because I do use occasional things that make a smell, but I can either open the windows or I can turn the extractor fan in the kitchen on.
Yeah. Or get someone to
helps.
cook onions,
Yeah.
and then they'll never know.
Exactly. And somewhere amongst my modelling box, I have got one of these paper face masks if I'm doing intensive spraying jobs on it.
Yeah,
so,
to keep sensible about it.
So I've got, on one side I've got a whole load of paints. I've got both Humbrol paints and Revel paints, they're the two I use. Some people also like to use the Japanese paints, Tamiya paints. So Humbrol are in little round pots, and you pick the right colour there.
There you go.
The Revel yellow we'll be using
dun.
are in the square pots.
The bright yellow. Good, good.
Sometimes if they're not being used for a while, they do dry up, and they have to be, that's alright, it's not too bad in there. So, and you'll need a whole load of brushes. I keep a whole load in a little pot here.
It's like Blue Peter. Peter.
And there's also some on my lamp attached to it for easy access.
How have you stuck those on? Oh, blue tack.
Blue tack, yes, or white
Very
tack actually in this
creative.
particular case.
White tack.
And it's just because having your brushes up, or you should never leave them in water.
No, don't ever leave them in water. They end up kinked.
have them up like that, hanging downwards is one of the best ways of doing it.
It keeps the shape.
Keeps the point straight.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Toolkits.
I knew that.
All sorts. You did. Yeah, very good. Toolkits with all sorts of things. Bradol's very useful. A good.
I'm just going to,
Yeah.
for those of us who don't know these things,
For pushing holes in
a
things.
pointy thing is
Pointy
called
thing, yes.
a bradle.
Bradle, yeah.
What bradle?
Pointy holes in things.
Pointy holes,
And very careful of this. A sharp standing knife
Standing
for
knife.
cutting things off. Sprues.
not fingers.
Yeah, not fingers. Different types of glues. I use a Revol glue. It's got a very nice long spout
That's
to it.
fine. That's fine. That is.
Gets in.
Yeah, I'll need my spectacles.
Yeah.
I think I've got to do this.
Gets in areas that you can't get in with other types of glues.
Right.
A whole series of files,
Oh, how exciting!
different types of files
Oh, wow, awesome.
for getting in
Oh, they're very
Fine.
fine files
fine
as well.
files for getting in small bits
One of
and
the
areas.
best birthday presents I ever received was a chisel.
A chisel.
I just love little things. Anyway, carry on.
And did whoever gave it to you and said,
Get out of prison with that, he said. No.
he said, you really like this? It's really funny. Chisel make you laugh. Sorry.
If I knew how to edit, I'd edit that out, but I think it's going to stay in.
Tweezers.
Tweezers,
Yeah, for the small bits in there.
very
All
good.
these things are essential.
Yep.
And then what else have we got? Oh yes, if you're making model aircraft that have got nose wheels with them, you need liquid gravity.
Well, I've never heard of
So-
liquid
so
gravity. Have
bottle
you
of-
heard? Oh, it's heavy.
A bottle of very small, tiny like ball bearings that almost
Ah, neat.
operates like a liquid,
Oh,
and you put it in the nose of your aircraft, and it helps hold the nose down.
that's genius. You could use these for paper aeroplane flying as well. To
You
just
certainly can do,
weight
yeah.
the nose in your paper aeroplane.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never heard or seen that. I love it.
Also, another very useful thing here is a product called Crystal Clear,
Micro crystal clear.
which is a bit like a PVA glue, but it's not a glue. It's been slightly adapted, and it dries perfectly clear. And if you lose the little plastic bits that go in the windows of models,
Yeah.
or they're too fiddly to put in there, you just a dab of this in there, it dries clear.
Oh, nice. Make your own window
Yeah.
effect.
Lots of other bits and pieces over there, which we'll get to. Now,
Right.
when you get your first model, obviously the first thing you want to do is open it.
Yes.
And if you're like any long-time modeler, you do what's called frotting,
Oh, I say.
which is not as rude as it sounds, but what it means is you just want to see, even before you start to build it, how the thing fits together, how it looks. So you
Okay.
start to take the main bits off, and you start
Check
to
for
see
fit, quality.
will it fit.
And the little burrs
Yeah.
that come from taking it
The
off.
sprues,
The sprues.
called sprue. Yeah.
Okay.
Little birds called
So
sprue.
we've got frotting and sprues.
Frotting and sprues, yes.
Right, good, carry on.
Sprue, yeah. Obviously, what you also need, besides just showing you, are the instructions.
Yes, well I showed you
Yeah.
the back, I don't think I showed you the
Showing
front.
you the front of it. Yeah.
So, I mean, they're quite thin, there's only 4 pages to
Yes.
this.
And they're
Just
quite
the instructions
quite
that you need to
detailed.
follow. Yeah, very detailed.
And first of all, Revel's quite good because they have in the front of the instruction a little layout of the sprue at the top there.
The sprue, which bit's the sprue?
These
Oh, I see.
these are the sprue,
That's the sprue, I never knew that.
which actually shows you where everything is, so you can tell
Awesome.
immediately if anything is missing.
Okay.
Most companies, Airfix are very good at it. I haven't tried it with Revel at all. They're very good. If you find pieces missing or misshapen or whatever, they normally replace them very quickly.
Oh, good.
And they have customer
Good to
service on
know.
there. So,
Yeah.
first thing to do is to take your model out, and normally those bits will be in there.
Yeah.
Check everything is there. There are 2 sprues there. There's a special sprue with little bits just for the aircraft in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody can
Not
see
sure what
that
they are
there
yet,
again.
but
No.
I'll look at those later on. Look like instrument, cockpit accessories.
Mhm.
You should also have a separate sprue of the glass bits, which is quite important for
Ah, yes.
a helicopter.
Yep.
I'll let you do that.
Okay, so you can see things.
And there's special decals for the East Anglian Air Ambulance.
Yes.
Version of it.
Which is
On that, yeah.
very pertinent.
And
to what
check
we're doing
those and
today.
have a look at them.
Yes.
But what you should do then is to put them straight back in the plastic bag, because we won't be using those until the very end. And if you leave them out where you're painting and splashing water around, if water gets on them, you'll ruin them.
Good tip. Okay.
Now, similarly it goes for the decals. Now, not the decals, the transparencies. Now, to make sure they stay clear, and even clearer than they are now,
Yeah.
one thing that we do is we put them in to a product called Clear. Now this isn't actually a product that's been designed for modelers. It's designed as floor polish.
Floor polish.
Yeah, it's now no longer available, but I think Pledge do a similar one.
Right.
But what you do with that, if you can get the top of it there, is you dip the sprue into that.
Okay. And what does it do? Makes it
That's right.
hyper clear.
It makes it hyper clear and also puts a film on it, which then stops it from getting
Okay.
damaged or
That's
scratched. And also, if you accidentally overpaint it, once you've got clear on it, you can scratch it off with a cocktail stick quite easily.
That's a handy tip, isn't it? Again, let us know if any of you knew this already,
Yes.
because I didn't.
Most, if you're an experienced modeler, you'll know about Clear.
Right.
I think Airfix now do a product which is similar to Clear, but
Okay.
Clear used to be, I've got stockpiles of Clear because it always has been the best.
Right.
Now what we should do now is to put this in, oops, we'll lean over there and wreck the rest of my models, a transparent box of some sort.
A
I'll
handy
use
transparent box that
Yeah.
we won't mention what it looks
the
like.
brand from a
No?
one that the ambassador probably wouldn't be too pleased if he handed one of these and found he's just got a sprue of modelling transparenters in it. But
Depends if he's a modeler or not.
it might well be. Yes, he might be very pleased with it actually.
Anyway, good.
We put that out of the way over there so it doesn't get damaged, and also putting it in the box keeps the dust off it.
Yeah,
As
sure.
well, so it keeps it, and it dries a bit slower as well doing that. So what we've done now is we've checked the sprues, everything's there. Anything we don't need right now, stick back in the plastic bag and
Be tidy.
and stick
really
away
helps.
somewhere so you've got plenty of room on the desktop. Make sure you make your instructions small. Normally it starts with the cockpit area.
Okay, and
Yeah.
at that point, that's absolutely brilliant.
Yes.
I'm going to pause us there.
Yep.
That's our video for today.
Ah.
And then, well, it might not be
Yes.
for today, but I think we might just start to include this as an additional
Yes.
run on whilst we're still doing the daily
Yeah.
videos, because this looks like a supplementary project.
Very much so. So
But,
we'll be building the Medicopter 117 from
Building
East
the
Anglian,
Medicopter 117.
East Anglian Air Ambulance.
Yeah, which I think I let slip the other day that I thought it was a Dauphin, which just shows my ignorance. I think.
But it's still a Medicopter, but not
Yeah.
not of East Anglian Air Ambulance.
No, indeed. Right. So until the next time.
Until next time.
Thanks, Julian.
Thank you, Sonny.